So it's been almost 2 years since we've had a 4-star in Honkai Star Rail, and it's eerily suspicious as they have proven multiple times that they are well capable of making a good 4-star, aka Gallagher, and a couple of others that I can't remember right now. Makes me wonder what is really going on, because there has been multiple 4-star opportunities within Honkai Star Rail and they just choose not to do it. Like, I actually am kind of confused. And when people bring up the sentiment that we get a whole bunch of free 5-stars like third version of Dong Hung, Archer, now Sparkle, and the option to choose Loeche or Ruan Mei, which a lot of people would choose Ruan Mei anyway, if you have the free golden ticket to purchase one of them. But at the same time, it's like, if they don't do that, then they're forced to either make another 4-star or to keep handing out 5-star alternatives, because with the meta and how everything is currently going, a lot of characters, specifically 4-stars, are being booted to the back seat. Okay, Gallagher, which is a really good sustain if you know how to build him correctly and use him correctly, he is a phenomenal 4-star option alternative to be a sustain. But there has been a lot of other sustains coming up as of recently that have been pushing Gallagher further and further back of the meta bus. Okay, and that's not to say that he's bad or anything. You can still use him. My point being is a lot of the 4-stars are becoming non-usable because of the sheer fact that you can't really use them in newer teams. Because it's funny, throughout the whole patch of 3.0 to 3.7, we haven't had a single 4-star remembrance character. So there is no budget-friendly option to a character. Let's say like for Cyrene, for example, she really works good with all of her Chrysos heirs. So if you don't have her Chrysos heirs, yeah, she can still give a general buff to like people who are not Chrysos heirs, but it's recommended that you have her Chrysos heirs for her to work properly, or for her Chrysos heirs to help build up her ultimate, which is another thing. If you don't like have her Eidolons or even her signature light cone, it becomes even difficult to build up her ultimate because she doesn't have her signature team, and she also isn't even working with other Chrysos heirs. So she's really niche in that department. And I say all of this to say that Honkai Star Rail needs to start releasing more 4-stars. I actually am getting kind of concerned, because how is it that Genshin Impact, a longer running game in the Hoyoverse, okay, has more 4-stars than we do in Honkai Star Rail? Like, I fear Honkai Star Rail is the middle child, the neglected child out of the big three, and it's showing a lot more than I'd like. I truly wish I was wrong, and I truly wish that wasn't the case, but it just shows that 4-stars are not really their priority, or it's just too much work. Like, I don't really know how much it takes to make a good, decent 4-star, because like I said, they made Gallagher and a couple of other characters that are really, really good, and some of which you can still use today as a budget-free option for some teams. But not every team utilizes every single 4-star in Honkai Star Rail. And the fact that it's been a very long time since our last 4-star is making me wonder what's going on, Hoyo. What's going on behind the scenes? Like, what's going on behind closed doors? I'm not exactly sure if it's because it's too much work or it's just not bringing in enough money. And that's probably why they stopped making 4-stars altogether, because ultimately 4-stars are basically a free alternative option if like there's a character or whatever that you're pulling for, and if that new character is on the banner and you pull for that character, you're ultimately pulling for some 4-stars as well, and maybe even some of their Eidolons, which makes them even better, because there are way too many side characters that could have been used for 4-stars, and it's concerning that they're not. Or maybe in the future they're trying to make them into 5-stars, but I just feel like they're too much of a side character to be a 5-star, so it would make sense to make them a 4-star and just have more 4-star alternatives for other teams. Because in my personal opinion, if you really want to utilize and make the most out of your Cyrene or whatever, you really need some of her Chrysos heirs to help build up and charge her ultimate. Otherwise, you might as well start investing into her Eidolons and maybe even her light cone. And granted, some people still play her without her light cone, without her signature team, without any Chrysos heirs, and still is able to clear, which is great for you. But for a lot of us, by the time the fight cycle is over with, her ultimate isn't even halfway charged. It isn't even halfway full yet. So it would be nice if they would include a 4-star remembrance character to help give other players, specifically free-to-play players or even new players, more of an option or a budget-free option, where you have Cyrene's premium team and then you have her budget-friendly team that both can work, both can clear, and they can both do what they need to do. Obviously, her premium team is going to be more, damage sufficient and everything, but at least if her budget-free team can clear, that's all right with me. The last 4-star in Honkai Star Rail that was released was back in 2024, which was Moz, the lightning hunt character that debuted in 2.5 of September, which again makes me wonder that maybe the 4-star alternatives are not making as much money as Hoyo would like, and so they're heavily focusing on more 5 stars rather than any 4-star alternatives, because I fear a lot of people do still to this day use their Gallagher. They still use their Tingyu, like they still use a lot of 4 stars. Granted, some 4 stars like Natasha have been kicked off the bus, okay? Like they really have no purpose, especially with other free and 4-star alternative. Like, yeah, Natasha has been booted off the bus, unfortunately, but there are still some really good 4 stars that still hold up in today's meta, such as Gallagher, if you know how to build it correctly, can and will still help clear endgame. And maybe with the whole issue going on with China and Japan, it's been making things a lot difficult, so they feel the need to make more 5 stars rather than 4 stars. I'm not exactly sure here. I'm just throwing things at the board to see what sticks, because I know that Hoyo can make a good 4-star. They've done it before. I don't know why they stopped. There's multiple good 4-star options, like the radio guy with the little play button in his eye. I forgot his name. Like he's like a professor or something like that. He can be a really good 4-star back in Penacony. I love his design, and his character kind of gives kind of crazy, and he would honestly be a good 4-star. All you need to do is just give him a kit and there you go. There's an easy 4-star right there. There are some other characters in the community that people have been saying that they're side characters. They're not really the main character, the main focal point, but they are side characters that can be potential 4 stars. Like you already have the look, you have the design, so why not just make the kit for it? You know what I mean? Even though I'm going on and on about this whole topic, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree that the drought of 4 stars is really concerning, because like I said, for mainly free to play or even new players, 4 stars are and can be the backbone of a certain game. More 4 stars means more playstyle options to have. If you, for whatever reason, don't have their premium team right now, you have an alternative to back up to. But like I said, for someone like Cyrene, you need her 5-star counterparts, because if you don't, her ultimate charges up a lot slower, especially if you don't have any Eidolons or her light cone. It makes her ultimate charge up a lot slower than you would like. And if there's no 4 stars for that, just to substitute until you are able to pull for a 5-star remembrance team for her, it's just like you might as well not even invest in remembrance altogether, because you need all 5 stars basically. The only 2 exceptions to this is the 3rd version of Dong Hung, which you get for free, and then Remembrance Trailblazer, which again you basically get for free, which are the 2 budget free options for remembrance. So I guess that kind of replaces the remembrance 4 stars altogether. But there are a lot of options during the remembrance patch that could be used as 4 stars, but I guess the game chooses not to and focuses on 5 stars. I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think, because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, and I'm just kind of curious what everybody is thinking. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.